Hey, what's going on, everyone? Homework 41. Today's objective, I can simplify complex fractions and find unit rates. Here is our vocabulary for the day. Complex fractions are fractions with one or more fractions in the numerator, denominator, or both. They are simplified when both the numerator and the denominator are integers. Okay, so an example of a complex fraction could be let's say, let me write an example. An example could be 2/5 over 3/4, or any time that you will have a fraction in your numerator or denominator. This is an example where we have both, but any of these are complex fractions. I'll give you other ones. So 2/5 over 3, or 4 over, I guess I'll put 2/5 again. All right, so all examples of complex fractions, notice that there is a numerator, there is a fraction in your numerator or your denominator. My advice, whenever you're writing a complex fraction, we want to make the division bar between the two values longer. So notice how you can clearly tell that this is 2/5 over 3/4 because of how long this division bar is. If they're all the same size, then we don't know, really what the complex fraction is. So just a little bit of side advice just for you. All right, so let's get into the simplifying of some complex fractions. We're going to see a few examples of a few different types of problems, and then we will kind of go from there, but you'll pick up the pace as we go. Okay, so this says 1/3 over 1/2. Well, another way that we could say this is simply just 1/3 divided by 1/2. And all this turns into is division of rational numbers, so division of fractions. So really, this is just 1/3 times 2. Remember, keep, change, flip, or keep, change, take the reciprocal of. We change our division to multiplication. We change 1/2 to 2, or 2 over 1. And then we can multiply. It's going to make our simplified version equal to 2/3. And that's it. 2/3 divided by 3/4. Well, as I just said, 2/3 divided by 3/4. Another way we could write it is 2/3 times 4/3, which is just going to be equal to 8/9. Oops, sorry about that. So again, as I said, we rewrite this as 2/3 divided by 3/4, which is equal to 2/3 times 4/3, because remember we change division to multiplication. We flip 3/4, we take the reciprocal of it. Becomes 2/3 times 4/3, and we multiply, we get 8/9. And the last one like this, I believe the last one like this, we have 1/4 divided by 2. We may actually have one more that's not. 1/4 divided by 2. Let's just write it like that. So 1/4 divided by 2. And if you want to make 2 into a fraction, 2 over 1, which is equal to 1/4 times 1/2, which is equal to 1/8. Keep it going. 14 divided by 7/9. Another way to say it is 14 times 9/7. If you want to make 14 into a fraction, you can. 14 over 1. We multiply straight across. 14 times 9 is 126 over 7. Which does work out nicely for us because it's equal to 18 if we simplify, which you must. Let's keep it going. Let's see a word problem. Josiah can jog 1 1/3 miles in 1/4 of an hour. Find his average speed in miles per hour. So take a look at what we're looking for. We're looking for miles. Remember, I told you I like to write it in words. Miles per hour is miles over hours. So let's write that out. 1 1/3 miles in 1/4 hours. So this is 1 1/3 over 1/4. Let's turn that mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's do that first. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So we have 4/3 over 1/4. Nice, that's nice and easy for us. Which is going to be 4/3 divided by 1/4. And I'm going to bring my work down here. Another way we could write this is 4/3 times 4 over 1, which is equal to 16 over 3. So we could leave it like that. We could put it as an improper fraction, which would be 5 1/3. So we would say his average speed is 5 1/3 miles per hour. All right. Last type of example, I believe that we will see. Let me see if I put it a little bit. Nope. Yep. Last type of example. Write 33 1/3% as a fraction in simplest form. So 33 1/3% as a fraction in simplest form. Well, if we're writing percentages, I'm just going to take that 33 1/3 and divide it over 100. Let's go ahead and write 33 1/3 as a improper fraction. 3 times 33 is 99. Whew, had a moment there. Over plus 1 is 100, so 100 over 3. Over that 100. Oh, nice. Another way we could say this is 100 over 3 divided by 100. So let's go ahead and rewrite it. So it's 100 over 3 times 1 over 100, because we're taking the reciprocal, which is simply just going to be 100 over 300, which is simplified to 1/3. So 33 1/3% as a fraction in simplest form is 1/3. So whenever we're dealing with percentages and we want to write this percentage as a fraction, we're just going to divide it by 100. Okay? Just going to divide it by 100. And I'll leave it at that. Okay? There is our lesson with complex fractions. Practice it out. Take a look at the practice problems. Use the solutions to help you out. Don't just write the solutions. I want to see you work out the problems as well. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I'll leave you to it. See y'all tomorrow.